Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wisconsin High School Esports Match 2, or Week 2 Match of the Week. We got ourselves a banger of Happa and Edgewood. Yeah. So, it's gonna be definitely exciting. We're getting set up just right now. Kings Row is going to be the map. A personal favorite of mine. Definitely. So we'll have to wait on the hero bans, but I am excited. Both of these teams won their map or their week 1 match, so I believe they were both in 3-0s too. So excited to see a bit of a banger here. I am unfamiliar with all of these players, so I'm not exactly sure what the hero bans are going to be. I'm quite excited. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Edgewood have quite a number of subs. looks like they got a lot of extra people. Which is nice, especially as a bigger school, having players that you can sub in, especially when you have a lot of characters. It makes banning heroes a little bit trickier because you're gonna have people moving in and out all the time. Looks like we're struggling a bit with the profiles here. Have to stay public. Yeah, we'll see. Looks like also have a couple of subs themselves, so you know, might get to see a lot of different player action, which could mean a lot of different types of compositions here. Uh we'll have to see how the bans will play out. All right. Home bans first. So, yeah, looks like we're getting into bans now. Once again, you cannot ban a character the same role throughout a map series. So we're gonna get to ban the Mercy out. Okay. Mercy can definitely be a bit of a nuisance when it comes to flying around, you know, especially if you don't have some dedicated hit scan players like Sojourn, Cassidy, uh, you know, characters like that. It can be really difficult to eliminate a Mercy, so I like that. That was on the side of Happa. Edgewood gets the next ban. Can only ban a DPS or a tank. I know this tends to be a bit of a more brawly map, so maybe something like that hit scan, Cassidy, Sojourn, or maybe if we're going for a tank, a Risa, Ramatra, Mauga. That definitely a lot of choices here. Wow, they're certainly discussing it, you know. Ban Hanzo. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a close quarter match. Definitely think Hanzo's pretty good, especially in the meta, and also just really good on this map. It's definitely one of his better maps. So we should be starting in just a second here. We all wrap everything up and get into map number 1 here. Sides, yes. I almost forgot about defense and offense. You know, I think, you know, a lot of people do tend to forget about it, but I think the sides can matter for sure. I mean, I definitely myself prefer to start on different sides of different maps just to kind of view out the competition, potentially counter swap. That's so. Looks like we're all ready. We are starting our map number 1, week 2, Happa versus Edgerton. I'm excited to see how both of these teams played. Obviously, they had a pretty good week number 1, winning out their matches, so I think we're going to be in for some fierce competition. Kings Row. Okay, ooh, looks like we're getting a bit of a Reinhardt battle here. Reaper, Bastion, Brig, and Moira. Okay, I do like this composition. I think this is definitely a clear game plan of wanting to get into Edgerton's face and, you know, just you know, absolutely decimate them. So it's pretty similar here with Edgerton, Reinhardt, Cassidy. A bit more of a mobile comp though. So I think one of the things that's going to be really interesting to see is how Edgerton can use their mobility to get around the map, especially using the Symmetra, which is going to be absolutely huge. They open off. It looks like they're going to take some high ground. Probably with the teleporter there. Yeah, yeah. Going up top. Oh, but 2 kills on the side of Happa, and that's not looking too good. Yeah, this is Symmetra falls, and Zwuyang tries, but I think this might be it. Oh, barely gonna make it out. Bryce the Nice doing a really good job. Oh, that is a little unfortunate there. Gonna get staggered. Not going to be able to quite fight with the team. Going to be stalling out just a little bit of time. Moira goes down to half. Yeah, I really liked the way they started, but it looks like Edgerton are going to be moving over to more of a dive composition. We got the Venture and the Diva switch. I'm excited to see how differently they can play this out. I mean, that last fight wasn't bad, but feeling the need to switch it up. The Bastion is going to get the pick on Venture. A little unfortunate there. It seems like Happa are doing a really good job of holding this corner here. And the Reaver goes in, going to take down the Cassidy. Yeah. Bastion's going to all... Nah, I mean, is going to kind of help pick off that Reaper there. Happa kind of split off, and I think, yeah, we're already 2 minutes down onto the clock. Happa are looking incredibly strong on this defense. Seems so hard for Edgewood to really get around this corner. Reaper ult is not going to get one, actually. Gonna get Diva out of mech, but they're still going to get picks. Edgerton are investing ults, but, I mean, they haven't gotten a kill off of it still. That was... It's the Wuyang there. But they are coming up on some bigger ults, perhaps the Rush and the Diva mech. Definitely chances to win a fight here with just a minute left. We're looking at potentially 2 more fights. Oh my gosh, the Diva is in. This is a kind of crazy fight. Ryan ults. I can't even tell what's going on. Looks like we got a couple picks on both sides. Diva bomb. But, oh, it's going to fall. Gets the Bastion, though. And, oh, man. It seems like out of all of that, Happa got the best of it. And, you know, the Edgerton are actually going faster than I really like because they're not going to quite have all their players left. The Ryan is back, though. Definitely can stall the Alari solo. 3, 2, 1, and yeah, that is going to be a fall. Happa full hold Edgerton here. It was a good first round. It was really hard for Edgerton to really get around the corner. I really did like that sim comp, but they kind of moved away from it really quickly. I would have liked to see definitely another fight there with the sim, but I have to see how they can play their defense. Compositions here. Okay. Looks like a little bit of the Ramatra here. Ramatra matching the Reaper and the Sojourn. I do really like this. I feel like you got a pretty balanced composition. Bit brawly, but still, you know, that's kind of what you want when you have to fight around these these corners. Really make them come to you. As for the side of Happa, sticking with the Reinhardt, little bit of a switch up here with the Sombra.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
We'll have to see how Happa managed to play around this corner that Edgerton couldn't. Sombra, ooh, gotta get the Reaper low. Not gonna quite do it. Yeah, I mean, Happa are going in. Yogurt gets a kill onto Bryce. The Ryan gets a pick. Juno gets a pick. And, you know, it's looking pretty bad. I think it is all but over. Happa take map number 1. That was good. That was really good from them. I really liked the aggressive push there. Turn the music back up. But yeah, no. Map number 1 goes to Happa. With the full hold on King's Row, we're moving over to an escort type map, which let me double check. We got Circuit Royale, Route 66, Rialto, and Watchpoint Gibraltar. I definitely feel like Edgewood really quickly moved over to the dive compositions, so I would like to see much more of a dive composition. You know, maybe something like Watchpoint Gibraltar if you want to play the Diva, or perhaps Route 66 too. Not a bad choice. But ultimately, it is up to Edgewood what they want to ban. Perhaps they might even go to a brawlier type map, something like Circuit Royale or Rialto, and maybe ban out that Reinhardt or the Reaper that was causing so much damage. And we'll see if we get some player switches here. I'll try and see if I can catch that. Just waiting here, talking it through, you know. Taking a couple minutes after that. I do like it. Talk it through whatever happened. You know, I think the biggest thing is that Edgewood. I would really like to see Edgewood stick to maybe a more mobile comp. Perhaps they can switch it up for this map. As for Happa, I think one of the biggest things that they did is they kind of had a really good starting composition. They aren't going to go to Route 66. I like this pick a lot. I think it works pretty well. I think it works pretty well for a more dive-oriented composition. Especially if you wanted to play, you know, I think we saw maybe more of the Symmetra. Bit of a longer range dive. They're gonna ban the Reaper out. Okay, okay. I don't dislike it. I think Reaper's pretty good on this map. He can definitely teleport to a lot of really nice locations. So the Reaper ban, and then we'll see what Happa decide to ban out. Perhaps maybe ban out the Diva. I know you saw the Diva. I think we saw a little bit of Light. No. I don't think they played Life. I think, yeah, they played maybe Wuyong or Kiriko. If you wanted to ban out a sport. Yeah, looks like I think we're ready. Although I don't think HEPA officially announced. Oh no, they did. They're gonna ban Kiriko. Okay. Once again, Kiriko really good at poking out on this map. Pretty long range. Can get to some really good height angles. So
Initiating match.
I'm curious to see how these composition switches will play into it. But once again, Happa. Oh, looks like a bit of a restart. Perhaps we had some sort of issue.
Initiating match.
I think we should be good. Ah, heroes weren't banned already. So 10 seconds. I'm excited to see what Edgewood have. You know what they were discussing and how they'll make changes into this next map.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Yeah, Orisa, Bastion, Sojourn, Mercy, Wuyong. A little, a little interesting. I definitely think this is definitely more oriented to a bit of a brawl style. Looks like their major game plan is definitely going to be holding this corner. I would like to see them really hold this corner and not back down. As for
That means a lot, Orisa.
As for Happa, seems like they're going for a bit of a poke style out here. I definitely like it. The longer range map definitely allows for a composition like this. We start and wow, Atomic immediately gets a pick onto the soldier. Little unfortunate. Widow is going to be getting a support pick, but the Mercy res, that's why you brought the Mercy, you know? Definitely there for that reason, but oh, uh-oh. Happa gets 2 picks and it's not looking great. They're gonna have to back up a little bit here. Gonna immediately fall. Happa are gonna get some pretty good card distance off this. Yeah, a little unfortunate there. The Widow's just gonna be picking off a little bit bit of their team there. I have to see. I mean, I definitely think they could take their time here. The card's not anywhere near. No reason to push if you don't have to for Edgewood, but they do have to go at some point, and yeah, it's gonna be fallen, and that's gonna be an immediate point taken. This is a little unfortunate there. Couldn't quite get it done on the side of Edgewood. Ooh, Atomic gets another pick. I've been really liking these angles the Bastion's been playing. Oh, unfortunately, we're gonna be feeding Sigma some overhealth. Not supposed to shoot that when he's absorbing things. Oh, Atomic gets another pick. Oh, that's 2 ults on the side of Happa. But only gets the Bastion here. Well, but, you know, seems like Happa are just going to be chucking in a whole ton of ults here. That's already 3. Oh, Bloom gets a pick. Throwing in some ults. Edgewood thinking they can win this fight. I don't disagree with it. It's a pretty good hold. Yeah, ooh. Yogurt gonna fall. I definitely think this is really good from Edgewood. I've been really liking what I've been seeing. Seems like they've been able to stay alive. They're better at knowing when to back off. They're just overall looking really good. Getting these early picks. Oh, speaking of early picks, the Bastion is going to fall. And oh wow, Orisa super low. Both gonna fall. The Bastion's gonna ult, but we'll see what it can do. Wow, this Wuyong has just been so incredibly clean. It's been 2 picks already. That's gonna be some decent distance there. Yeah, I mean, oh, you try and push in, but this poke comp is just not going to let you through there. I think Edgewood are unfortunately going to have to give up this point. Oh, but unless the Risa manages to get in, but it's not going to be enough. Not going to be quite enough. Happa are going to get the point. Get a pick while they're at it. And this is going to be some good card distance to start off point 3. But it's definitely looked better. Oh, getting the pick there. Definitely a little fortunate there on the side of Edgewood. Gonna be swapping over the Winston. Maybe a bit better. Oh, but the Yanonid. That's gonna be a quick death. And it looks like Happa are primed to finish this map. Oh, about 3 ults on the board. 1 last fight. Maybe if that. And yeah, that is going to be it. 2:30 on the clock after finishing the map. It's definitely not unwinnable for Edgewood, but it's gonna be tough. I did like some of the things I was seeing for sure from both teams. Edgewood seemed like they had a bit more of a bit better of a map here. But Happa still looking really strong. Especially, I like the way Happa swapped off characters between points. You know, they would time their ults pretty well so that they could use it, and then.
You sure you guys invited the right person to Overwatch?
I'm sure. Winston was
Yeah,
very
they would swap over to characters in between points. Just to better suit the point. Looks like we're getting a pretty similar poke composition on this first point. On the side of Happa. I definitely really like it. I feel like it really works on this first point. Holding this corner is gonna be definitely easy if they can keep Edgerton out. Edgerton though, are playing a little bit of a better comp mobility-wise, so perhaps they can really rush down Kappa. But as we start, just a reminder, Edgerton do need to finish the map in order to not lose. Trigger overtime. But she's flies. She's of flies. Getting 2 picks immediately. Make that 3. Wow, 4 picks. I've been really liking this soldier play. It really does feel like a really strong pick on the side of Happa. Yeah, wow, I mean the dude's gonna go in, but you know it's gonna be tough here, especially with all 5 alive. Oh, but the D.Va technique gonna get a pick. Good start, good start. Oh, Widow's gonna get a pick right back, but probably the Sigma's looking pretty low, and Edgerton are looking healthy. But Yogurt Stalker, a problem, but oh, D.Va's gonna get it at the cost of your life. Gonna get 2 on the side of Soldier. That was definitely a really good fight. I really liked what Edgerton was doing there. Really closing the gap with the D.Va, with the Venture. It definitely was working really well. A little unfortunate at the end there with the alts, but you know, Edgerton are gonna have some alts coming up right now, so if they can invest very little this fight, but no, that's gonna be the Sojourn falling. The WIHSEA's gonna fall, but it might be a little too late. That is 3 dead. D.Va at a mech, yeah, I mean, it's tough. Gonna be a stagger. Ooh, but lovely. Getting the pick on the Soldier when the D.Va comes back. I would really like to see Edgerton really fight fast here, you know. Soldier's not going to be back for a little bit here. We see the Venture start to go in. Moira ult and the D.Va ult. Oh, gets 2. That's very big on the side of Edgerton. Gonna be staying up here. The Illari is gonna fall, but with no fade. We'll see if Sorokop can get much. Oh, wow. Actually, oh, this Moira Sorokop has been insanely clean, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think, oh, they're actually going to contest. Actually going to be able to contest here. Edgerton needs the card to go. Nobody's on it. Oh. Yogurt finds a pick. Edgewood, they need this point right now. Only 10 seconds remain. Oh, but the D.Va gets back in the mech. Only 2 on the side of Happa here. Just the Reinhardt and the Soldier. Wow, and Edgewood actually get the point. Edgewood get the point. That is very good.
Your carry is here.
An excellent point there. I mean, finally finding some life in a dire situation here. We'll have to see how Happa can respond. Wow, and as I say that, they get 3. You know, Yogurt Stalker definitely being extremely good in this fashion. And yeah, I think they're just gonna ignore Baby Diva here. I'm not sure what character can even reach Baby Diva. Perhaps I don't even know. Oh, but the soldier does, and the soldier is going to get the pick there. Just a minute left. Edgewood haven't really gotten a good fight since that last one. It's been almost a minute and a half. Oh, the Alari gonna fall. Diva Bomb, not gonna get as many as it did last time, but still gets one. Couple ults invested on the side of Happa just to really confirm this fight. I do like it. I do like it. With only 45 seconds left, you can definitely afford to lose a fight, gain some ults. And yeah, 40 seconds left. Happa looking like they're ready to take this map 2-0. It's just been a constant fight here. The Diva. Yogurt Stalker going in is not going to get picked off. Oh, but that's going to be a potentially huge ult. Gets the Alari pylon. Oh, everything invested. Sheila flies. Manages to get 2 with the ult. And it's looking bad. Yogurt Stalker gets the Diva. Just the Alari left. And it's not going to be enough. Happa are going to go up 2-0 in the series. Incredible stuff from both teams. I definitely was having a hard time keeping up. I mean, wow. It is just an absolute dogfight on all sides. I mean, just a constant brawl there. Technique going to get play of the game with the 2K bomb. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely better on the side of Edgewood. I really liked the way they were playing. They definitely seemed to have found something that really clicked with them, and it kind of worked out. The Diva dive. The Diva dive just really worked out well for them. And I do also want to give a shout out to the backline. I mean, able to keep up such an intense fight, you know, on the side of Edgewood. But it looks like we're getting some swaps on the side of Edgewood here. Just despite everything, is gonna try something else out. I don't dislike the idea. I mean, for sure something to at least give a try out. As we head into map number 3, which I believe is going to be a push map. Okay, so we got all 4 push maps up here. I'm a little curious. I think something similar to Route 66 might be something Runasapi or Colosseo. But yeah, it looks like we are gonna get Colosseo actually. So yeah, we'll see how Edgewood definitely had a really good end of the map there. You know, able to push that first point and, you know, push it just a little bit into the second. Definitely looked better than that first map. And, you know, Colosseo, once again, kind of similar in a way. Still pushing a robot, so we'll have to see what the bans are. I think potentially a Widow ban. I mean, I think the Widow was definitely something that Happa were very comfortable playing. Very, very, very good. I also really thought Wuyong was also a bit of a problem, bit of a menace there. Chinchalla. But, you know, I could also see Protect banning the Diva by banning a tanks, maybe the Reinhardt. Either way, it looks like we're just finishing. Looks like we're just finishing a little bit of a error on the side of profiles again, but we're gonna get into the bans here. Yeah, I will say one thing about Colosseo, I think Happa's gonna be pretty happy with this map. Definitely a longer range map for some of the compositions they were running there. Pretty good Wuying map, pretty good Widow map, pretty good Soldier map. So we'll have to see what Edgewood can bring out to potentially counter it. And it all starts with the bans. And once again, this is best of 5, so Happa just one map away from winning it all. Edgewood would have to win the next 3. Banning the Bastion, okay. I don't dislike this choice here. I think the Bastion was also a pretty decent choice. That definitely a bit of a hard character to test with their composition. But yeah, this is what I was kind of afraid of. Happa are going to ban the Diva, which I really, really liked on the side of Edgewood. So we'll have to see what other tank technique can play here. But we're going to probably get into this map number 3. As we have potentially our final map here. Alrighty. So yeah, one thing I think I would like to see Edgewood do better this game is I would really like to see them target priority a little bit more of the squishier characters, and I would also like to see them deal with potentially deal with some of the people diving their backline, like that Wuyong Chinchalla kept really getting into their backline, and you know, it seemed like Edgewood really didn't have a response. So either way, we'll have to see how things will play out here. Map number 3, Happa up 2-0. Okay. Looks like we're back on the Reinhardt, the side of Edgewood. Sojourn. Yeah. A bit more of a slow brawl composition here on both sides, really. I'm excited to see how this will play out.
Another day, another battlefield. There is much to do.
No Widow though. I'm a little surprised about no Widow on the side of. I don't remember who was playing the Widow, unfortunately. But oh wow, looks like Technique actually getting a pick on the Sombra. Pretty early pick there. That was one thing I've been really liking from Edgewood team is finding these early picks. Well, it looks like Yogurt gonna immediately go over to the Widow though, which is what I kind of thought half of we're gonna play anyways. But it's nice to see. Oh, but Hapa are gonna get 3 really quick kills, and they're gonna get an initial push. It's not the end of the world, for sure. As you know, especially with their composition, seems like they can come back a little bit faster with the Juno speed ring and just some mobility on the side of Edgewood. So this shouldn't result in too bad of a push. I like the way Edgewood are taking. Oh, the Rhine gonna get a huge grab, but it's gonna get punished. Yeah, Hapa are really good at dealing with these over pushes. One thing I've really liked so far, and one on the cart. That's gonna be checkpoint already. We're not even 2 minutes into the map. It's not been a great start if you're an Edgewood fan. Oh, but Technique is gonna get 3 or 4. And yeah, that's a really good. Oh, good shot. Wow, that's good. That's gonna be a good team fight from Edgewood. Probably going to have Hapa lose their forward spawn. Yeah, they're just gonna play a little back. Looks like Yogurt switching over to their 3rd character of the Farah. I'm curious to know why. I definitely feel like the Widow was working. Cheese of Flies on the Reaper gets 1, and that's gonna be 3. Hapa win that fight pretty handily. It was a good push, but you know, Hapa are really choosing their moments to take a fight, and they just know so well. Looks like there's a lot of alts. The Juno ult is gonna come out, but the cart's not really over there. Kind of a misplay, I feel like, on the Juno ult there. And 90 meters already. The people are dying on the side of Edgewood, and it just feels like they're not really together here. Oh no, that was so unfortunate. Unfortunately, the Reinhardt's gonna lose the ult. I mean, Hapa have 3 here. This could be the end of the map, and it won't even be halfway through. Hapa really want to close this out right now. The Weyoung ult to save the Sigma from the Illari ults. A little bit of a trade there. Sigma ult is going to not get anyone directly, but that is 3, 2, 1. The Juno is barely going to be living. This Sojourn couldn't help, and Hapa are going to take it 3-0. What a quick map number 3 there. I mean, it was really good on the side of Hapa. I mean, the way they were playing was absolutely incredible. Yeah. And they were so together. Their target priority was really good, and they just kind of knew how to play around everything Edgewood was doing. That's going to be a 3-0, and that's going to wrap up our week number 2 match of the week. As for Edgewood, it definitely wasn't a bad series on that second map, you know. Definitely had some fighting chances there. I think one thing I'd really like to see Edgewood do better for next week is to really improve their team coordination. I felt like oftentimes they were really separated out of the fight, not together. So, you know, at the end of the day, though, it wasn't that bad. 3-0. That's gonna be it for week 2. I am Solo, your Overwatch 2 commentator. I wish both these teams the best of luck on their remaining season. And I will